Well, Kohl's last week slashed its financial outlook for the year, saying inflation really hurts its middle-income customers. Our Brian Sozzi spent his weekend, like he often does, taking us to Kohl's to see just how bad things really are, and that's where we find his take. So, Soz, the latest in your series, wandering through stores that are having trouble taking photos.
I promise you, guys, I do other things besides work out for 5 hours on the weekend and visit retail stores. But let's start with Kohl's here, because anytime you are a public company and you warn or you slash your guidance by over 50%, I mean, that warning last year on full year profits was abysmal. I mean, right now, Kohl's has the unwelcome honor of having the worst earnings day out of big name retailers, I would argue, other than Intel. But look, here's some of my takeaways from visiting these Kohl's stores on Long Island. I only need to visit a couple to get a true sense on how bad things have gotten for Kohl's. First, the stores looked overstuffed with inventory after that bad quarter. You walk these Kohl's stores and you can see me popping out of a Kohl's bag. Did not buy anything at these stores besides, despite seeing discounts of 60, 70, 80% off stuff. It's clear they just ordered too much stuff, badly overestimating consumer demand in an environment of consumers trading down because high levels of inflation. Next up, so much clearance. Everywhere you seem to turn inside of these Kohl's stores were clearance racks, and not just clearance racks, guys, offering 20 to 30% off. And we're talking, like I just mentioned, 60, 70% off summer goods, early fall goods that look to be on the shelves. I'm still trying to figure out why Kohl's is selling long sleeve sweaters. I know some of our folks on our producer team love the sweaters in the office look, but I mean, it's not necessarily a good thing to be selling at Kohl's when it's 96 degrees out in the middle of summer in August. Last but not least, also a red flag here. These Sephora stores that Kohl's has put into its locations, and it's going to be putting more in the stores in coming years. They were empty. I didn't see anybody shopping for overpriced face creams at Kohl's, which is a major red flag, because Kohl's said last week it hopes to get $2 billion in sales by 2025. A lot of red flags to these stores. Leads me to my take here. Kohl's is a hot mess, and that will not change much, I think, in the third quarter as they look to move throughout this quarter. There again, you can see the Sozzi sad emoji on the screen with good reason. Now, I have all 25 photos of my trips to Kohl's now on the Yahoo Finance homepage. I encourage you to check them out to get a full sense of how bad things have gotten at this company.
How many people were in the stores? Like, when we're talking foot traffic for a lot of these locations, inventory is one thing, but I mean, clearly the foot traffic is not matching up. And then the sales, of course, that is directly correlated to all of those things. No,
great question. But given the level of the sales in luggage, in summer wears, in sweaters, in Adidas fleeces, I would have thought there'd be more. I thought there would be a line at the store like if it was Christmas Eve or the holidays. There just wasn't, which brings me back to the point, ultimately, that it's going to take Kohl's probably several quarters to mark down this inventory. And as it does this, they're going to see continued margin pressure. And then lastly, you have to wonder, is this the last earnings warnings from the company if the consumer spending environment does not accelerate?
All right, excellent breakdown there. And we'll see which store is next in the roundup and the trip and the tour.
Yeah, where are you going this weekend, Soz?
I never let anybody know. I don't want them following me.
Just showing up with the glasses and the mustache.